we're going to Grand Gedeh campaign, I told the Vice President, I said, look, Mr. Vice President, now that Ellis Grant have issues with the people in the county, can Ellis Grant go to some of these areas and be able to reconcile with the people? The Vice President said, "Kai, there's a very good idea. Let's support it." So what we're gonna do, we'll make money available so that, you know, we'll make money available so that Ellis Grant go to some of the districts and areas that they have no good rapport with. $100,000 Liberian dollars are provided to him, Ellis Grant. Ellis Grant sat in Zwedru. They didn't go to Cornwall, they didn't go to Putu, they didn't go to Kani and other areas in Grand Gedeh. So the Vice President only visited District 3 and Zwedru and returned to Monrovia. And he was the candidate on the Unity Party ticket. The Vice President is aware. Mr. Vice President, why are you silent? It is that you're not aware of the situation involving Ellis Grant and the unresolved issue Ellis Grant having Grand Gedeh, Mr. Vice President. It is that you're not aware. Look, we don't want people to test the patience of the Crown people. We don't want anyone, including this government, that are supported along with others, support it. We don't want you, the government, Mr. President, the Vice President, to test the patience of we, the Crown people. We are not suggesting names to you to appoint. We're saying, Mr. President, appoint any of the qualified sons and daughters of our county as a superintendent, including those from the CDC. One of CDC, Unity Party. Of course, you know, we know internally from our party angle, there are other people who even are appointing who are even citizens. Because we know this government is a government inclusion. So if you don't want to get anybody from Unity Party, fair enough. Though we support the Unity Party. But be able to nominate somebody to a post that the county will work with. But we are saying to you, like we've been saying on the grounds of the Capitol building, for the last 1 month, we have sustained this protest without with Ellis Grant. So, Mr. President, if you can now withdraw the nomination of Ellis Grant, we kindly ask the leadership of the Liberian Senate to deny Ellis Grant in her budget report to you, the President. Member of the press, thank you. I will entertain questions.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Josiah from KMTV. I understand that you are a supporter of the Unity Party. So 2 questions. Do you believe in the wisdom of the presidency? And if yes or no, why are you questioning the president's decision to have Ellis Grant as superintendent of your county?
Certainly, I do believe in the wisdom of the president, and that's why I supported the president. That's why I left my comfortable home here in Montserrat to go to my county to campaign. And others of eastern counties, including River G, Grand Gedeh, Sino, to campaign for the president. It's because I believe Ambassador Bwaka will do well, and Ambassador Bwaka is the best leader of this country. Like he said during the State of the Nation address and during his inaugural speech, the president has said to us Liberians that there will be no business as usual. As such, people who have no standing and integrity should not come around public space. So if I believe in your wisdom and your ability to lead the country, that doesn't mean that when you make a decision that is not in the interest of the people, I will not stand against it, Mr. President. To tell you that you have a loyal soldier, to tell you that you have somebody who is more loyal and committed to supporting your agenda. That's why we're standing against the nomination of Ellis Grant. Ellis Grant did not only disgrace Grand Gedeh, he disgraced the government of Liberia, he disgraced the 54th legislature, then headed by Speaker Buffer Chambers. He was expelled from all statutory committees that he was chairing. Some of you are legislative reporters. You are aware. You should be the one informing the Liberian people about Ellis Grant deeds in the legislature. He was expelled by his colleagues in the House of Representatives, the then 54th legislature. He was expelled as chair from all statutory committees. When he was expelled from the University of Liberia, Continental University, for faking another country document, the Ibadan University in Nigeria. So yes, I do support and stand with the president, you know, so that this government and this administration of the Unity Party succeed. But I stand with his president to do the wrong thing.
So this is Sean Liberia, Liberia's only political online blog. I've covered you at the grounds of the Capitol, and in one of the videos you were being brutalized. between the cars at the grounds of the capital. Now, people are coming after you, like you said, and we saw some stones over the roof of your building. With all of these things been going on, have you been able to meet with the caucus of the Grand Gedeh? If so, what are they saying about this?
Well, we have met with the caucus of the county, the caucus chairperson, Senator Thomas Yaya Nimne, have opposed to the nomination of Ellis Grant as superintendent. And so the caucus chairperson is in line, including district number 2 Representative Mary Johnson. Senator Zopino has been the chief financier for the operations of Ellis Grant to be superintendent. It's very simple. Zopino have issue with the county from the late representative issue, Representative Aaron Madison William. So Zopino think that when you have Ellis Grant in the county, I mean, you're gonna create a very space safe for him to go there to operate and work. But the people of the county have said, the Zopino, the Ellis Grant, they should not even think about going to Grand Gedeh anymore. You understand? Now, so of course, the leadership of the caucus, they're in line with us, with the citizens. We elected them. And under the laws, we are under obligation to tell them how we feel and what we want. Sometimes I see people make derogatory statements against our personality. Apparently because you don't know us. People say there are some paid people, they are paid to do press conferences here and there. You really think that somebody that can be paid? No. I work in the private sector and I earned and I'm taking very good care of my family. I'm not paid by anybody to do what I'm doing. I cannot be used as a paid PR for a mission. I worked in the Liberian media. Some of you here know my name. There was no, since the time I have worked in the media in this country, all of my stories have been investigative stories. And I was a very investigative journalist then in the county and in the southeast, reporting on issues of corruptions involving county and social development funds. Because we feel that when people are not in the right position to do the right thing, it jeopardizes the improvement of the life of the people and the development of the county or of that particular region. So we are not paid. We are not from a specific camp. I have not contested against Ellis Grant. I'm not paid by anybody. I have no link. So when you tell me that all of the people who protest in Grand Gedeh every day are being paid, even including those in Ellis Grant town, are they paid? That people that they get money to go protest in Ellis Grant own town. The man who the president appointed a born town for protesting. So people pay them.
What if the president doesn't listen to you and the confirmation hearing goes on?
Well, we cannot stop the confirmation hearing to go ahead. But what we're saying is we are encouraging and like we have presented our petition statements and other communication to the leadership of the Liberian Senate, the Senate Pro Tempore Senator Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, and the Senate Committee Chair of Internal Affairs, Senator Prince Johnson, and Senator Edwin Melvin Snow Bomi, the co-chair on that committee. We have said to them that Ellis Grant will not be able to superintend. And so if they go ahead to do the confirmation hearing and subsequently confirm Ellis Grant, meaning they will be causing the government and the legislature, the central government and the House of Senate, and just to say generally the entire legislature will be causing harm to the people of the country.
Okay, Francis.
They will be encouraging chaos. They will be undermining. They're the very government will be undermining development progress in Grand Gedeh.
Okay, so
I'm Gibson from Poncha Family TV.
Okay.
You called for the Liberian Senate to not confirm Ellis Grant on grounds that you have questionable characters, source of falsification of documents, and you don't want him to be the superintendent of Grand Gedeh County, for which the president of the Republic of Liberia reports a confidence, because every superintendent or any appointment made by the president believes and understands that that person can work at his will and pleasure.
I agree.
And as a superintendent, Grant will serve as a viceroy to the president. Now you want the president, or you want the Liberian Senate to not to confirm Ellis Grant, and you want other individual qualified, according to you, to be appointed by the president. Other Grand Genius might come to say any other president the president will appoint to, they don't want that president, they don't like the president. at the end of the day, it will take the country to a bad stage that everybody will just be protesting because they're not in their interest. What do you say about that? Because it's something that has a concern as an interest or conflict of interest, because you don't want Ellis Grant to be superintendent. If the president having to appoint another person, other folks from Grand Gedeh will come to a protest and say,
and so just to say to your question, we know that you know there are a lot of advisors that will be coming in to the president. People will say, well, this is a political thing. So you know what, Mr. President, be careful. Mr. President, you know what you do? Don't be moved by pressure or protest. We know that. But in the case of Grand Gedeh, this is serious. Gibson, to say to you, in the case of Grand Gedeh, I mean, it's serious, very serious. And the president should take it very seriously. Nowhere that protest has been sustained for 1 month. Like in the case of Ellis Grant. 1 month now, there's protests all over Grand Gedeh, including here in the capital. The people don't want Ellis Grant. The Grand Gedeh in the diaspora has been writing the president, informing people who are major stakeholders in his government. So it is, I mean, the president should not see this like when you appoint another person, people will come up, there's money to protest. We are saying to you, Mr. President, I'm representing the people of the county, and that's why I was made the spokesman. If you appoint any of our sons and daughters of the county, we will celebrate, we'll work with that person. Until we get to know that the president is doing something bad, well, we'll raise the red flag. But for now, Mr. President, kind of withdraw the nomination of Ellis Grant, and the leadership of the Liberian Senate kind of deny if you will do confirmation hearing for Ellis Grant. That's what we can say.
So I'm Francis Kedikopo. I report for the Liberian TV network. Of recent, there have been numerous of protests been ongoing at the Capitol building, and there have been this information been circulating around the grounds of the Capitol that many of those who have been at the Capitol building under your watch, they are not a citizen for Grand Gedeh. They are you got them. They are, excuse me for the expression, they are Zogos, and they reside in Morrill, and they are not even they are not part of any of the traditional either cultural activities of Grand Gedeh. So we love to.
It just don't make sense when people make these comments. Nowhere that, I mean, I and my colleagues will solicit for to sustain protest for 1 month. Nowhere. So for people to say, people who are moved by conviction, to go on the grounds of the Capitol building and communicate to the leaders in the legislature that they don't want Ellis Grant to say that these people are paying, it makes no sense. That shares stability. Everyone you see on the grounds of the Capitol building, they are from Grand Gedeh, and they are students, they are people who are working. The other day, the traditional elders from Grand Gedeh issued a press statement. Some of you were there. It was on ELBC. The other day it was at ELBC radio. So are you telling me the other people who can join during the protest, we pay them to come protest? The people who are speaking Quran, or in the recordings and all in the interviews? So it just makes no sense that people will make these unfounded statements and claims. That's sheer stupidity. Everyone you see on the grounds of the Capitol building are people who are from Grand Gedeh, they are students, and they are stakeholders, including myself from Grand Gedeh. I'm from Konabo District, District 2. Precisely, I'm from Leo Tribal Billable Town. I'm a crime man. Born, raised, and grew up in Zwedu, went to school, worked in Zwedu, before I transitioned to Monrovia. Like what the other people you see on the grounds of the Capitol building. So it just doesn't make sense when people say we hire some talks. I mean, that should be referring to Ellis Grant, hiring talks, not us. Ellis Grant have been the one, hiring talks, and they are the one being brutalizing us. Like you said, like one of you said just a few minutes ago when you asked the question, we're lying or in hospital here, or in a clinic, it was great people who sent us to attack us. I don't know, let me see what I can show you. I don't want to show you a few pictorial evidences what I have there. I'm sorry, hoping that I don't leave that photo. Oh my God. I just want to show you. Okay, good. So you see here, I don't want to show you these pictorials. You see this? These were people, my colleagues and I, that were, brutalized from the attack of Ellis Grant talks in Hyatt. So you're seeing this. Look here, you also see here as well. So you see, some of them currently lying there in hospital. They are in pain and agony. So it just don't make sense when people make some funded statements.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So thank you again. Like I said, it's wonderful having you here, member of the press. So we want to say this. Ellis Grant is after our life and life of our family. We will continue to speak with our international partners, the American Embassy and the other embassies in Liberia. We want to inform you that what we have done, we don't have anything personal against this government and people who are appointed positions. We voted Ambassador Wakai and the Unity Party government because we want to change. Inasmuch when you are to have a more strong transformational policy, you should have people who are integrity driven, who have standing in the society to be able to push these policies agenda and to be able to attract community development programs to that particular area or that institution they're working with. Mr. President, we supported you. Of course, you will say, oh, I mean, everybody in Grand Gedeh supported George. I agree. But we were there for you. We are stakeholders. We are stalwarts of the Unity Party. Today that we can stand and rise against your nomination. To think that this is serious. If the Senate go ahead to appoint or to confirm Ellis Grant, and subsequently you, the president, appointing Ellis Grant to give his grant letter as a superintendent of the county, it will not utter well. It will undermine development practice of the county, and it will further cause chaos in Grand Gedeh. And we don't want people saying the Crown people and Grand Gedeh is not peaceful. We are peaceful people, but please don't test our patience. Kindly nominate any one of our sons and daughters of the county as a superintendent.
Thank you.
Ellis Grant attacks will not go unnoticed.